When you're working every day, you're not thinking, what impact is this going to have on the world? You're thinking, I've got to get this right. That's a quote from a modest lady named Gladys, a major contributor to something we all use a lot. Born in 1930 as Gladys May Brown, an African-American sharecropper family in rural Virginia, her mother worked in a tobacco factory. Her father farmed and worked for the railroad. But she decided early on she didn't want to follow in their footsteps and that education was the way out. Thanks to hard work in high school, Gladys graduated valedictorian, earned one of only 2 full-time scholarships offered at Virginia State College in 1948. She chose to study math because of the difficulty involved. Earning her bachelor's degree in 1952, she went on to teach math and science a couple of years and then returned to college to get her master's in mathematics. A little over a year later, Gladys became the second black woman ever hired at the Naval Proving Ground at Dahlgren, Virginia, where she met and in 1957 married her husband and co-worker Ira West. At the Proving Ground, this sharecropper's daughter programmed large-scale computers for the Naval Surface Warfare Division. She also worked as a project manager on the processing systems that were used to analyze satellite data. Along the way, she earned a second master's degree, this one in public administration. And then in the early 1960s, Gladys began to analyze data from satellites, putting together altimeter models of the Earth's shape. She consistently put in extra hours, and it cut her team's processing time in half. From the mid-70s to the 1980s, she programmed a computer that delivered increasingly precise calculations modeling the shape of this Earth, showing that it was not perfectly round, but was kind of egg-shaped, something known as a geoid. Her extremely accurate model accounted for variations in gravity, the tides, and other forces distorting the shape of the planet. All told, Gladys worked at Dahlgren for 42 years before she retired in 1988. She was inducted into the Air Force Hall of Fame in 2018, one of the highest honors bestowed by the Air Force Space Command. So, why was the now 90-year-old Gladys West so honored, and how has she impacted your daily life? Well, it turns out a member of West's college sorority read a short biography that Gladys submitted for an alumni function a few years back, in which Ms. West pointed briefly out that her data used in creating the extremely accurate model of the Earth was the basis for what so many of us use to get from place to place, the Global Positioning System, or GPS. As you punch up Waze on your phone or drive with one eye on your Garmin GPS, you can thank this modest yet highly skilled lady who was not thinking about how famous her work might make her. Oh no, she was thinking, I have got to get this right.